The club lights were flashing blue and red, but the drama that erupted wasn't staged. It was raw, personal, and absolutely vicious. Spice had just stepped on stage, drenched in diamonds and confidence, ready to shut it down with a surprise performance. But what no one expected was the verbal slaughter that followed. Saucy Santana and Bambi were posted near the VIP section, sipping cocktails, whispering, laughing, until Spice snatched the mic mid-beat and let loose. "You two leeches living off names, now watch me bury yours." The room froze, gasps, phones in the air, and the DJ didn't even try to mute her mic. Bambi's jaw dropped, Santana's shades came off, and just like that, the queen of dancehall turned into the queen of scorched earth. What triggered this nuclear moment? Was it a leaked message? A private betrayal gone public? Or had Spice finally snapped after weeks of being disrespected behind closed doors? Whatever the cause, this wasn't just a feud. It was savagery, broadcast live in front of Atlanta's elite, and the internet hasn't stopped spinning since. Stay right here because we're breaking down every grimy detail, receipts, retaliation, and the fallout that's about to end careers. Long before the nightclub erupted into chaos, the tension had been bubbling behind the scenes, hidden in passive-aggressive shade, cryptic tweets, and red carpet smirks that could cut glass. Spice, the reigning queen of dancehall, has never been one to bite her tongue. Born and raised in Jamaica, she built her empire brick by brick, grinding her way from local stage shows to global recognition. But with success came enemies, and two of the most persistent thorns in her side? Saucy Santana and Bambi. Let's start with Bambi. Once a fan favorite on Love and Hip Hop, Bambi became known for her dramatic relationship with Lil Scrappy, her icy demeanor, and that sharp tongue. But in industry circles, whispers began to surface. Some said Bambi had been throwing low blows towards Spice for years, mocking her accent, her outfits, and even the way she performed. At first, Spice paid it no mind, but when Bambi allegedly told a major promoter in Miami that Spice was too ghetto to headline a festival, things shifted. That wasn't just shade, it was sabotage, and Spice never forgot. Then there's Saucy Santana, charismatic, flashy, and loud. He blew up off social media with bold fashion and viral catchphrases. But behind the glitter and glam, there was competition. Santana tried stepping into the dance hall-adjacent scene, blending hip-hop with Caribbean flavor. And for Spice, it felt like imitation without respect. According to insiders, Santana approached Spice about a collab 2 years ago. She declined, politely, but he didn't take it well. Since then, he's made snide comments in interviews, calling Spice dated and implying she was riding Nicki Minaj's coattails. Spice clapped back once or twice, but mostly stayed silent. Until now. The real tipping point, though, was what didn't make it to TV. A scene from Love and Hip Hop. Atlanta was allegedly cut after Bambi and Santana were filmed mocking Spice's appearance during a cast dinner. Multiple sources say Santana made fun of her blue hair, while Bambi laughed and called Spice a leftover from 2005. Producers supposedly asked them to tone it down, but the damage had been done. Spice found out. And from that moment forward, she was waiting. Her silence wasn't weakness. It was strategy. Meanwhile, Bambi and Santana were getting cozy, posting pictures together, going live on Instagram, partying at the same VIP tables. Fans thought it was cute, but those in the know could see what was happening. It wasn't just friendship, it was alliance, a shared target. And Spice, she knew exactly what they were doing. So she waited, she watched, and when she got that club booking in Atlanta, knowing both her enemies would be there, she made a choice. She wasn't going to keep quiet anymore. But let's not forget, Spice isn't just a performer. She's a mother, a businesswoman, and a survivor. Her near-death experience during surgery in 2022 changed her, made her more focused, more fearless. She vowed never to let disrespect slide again. And that night in the club, that was the moment she cashed in that promise. This wasn't just about Bambi laughing too loud or Santana mimicking her walk. This was years of disloyalty, industry sabotage, fake smiles, and fake support finally reaching its boiling point. Spice knew her worth, and she was about to make sure everyone else remembered it too. But what neither Santana nor Bambi knew was that Spice came armed, not just with words, but with receipts, DMs, voicemails, shady texts, and even insider tea from people close to them. This wasn't going to be a moment. It was going to be a massacre. And the moment the music dropped and that mic hit her hand, everything changed. The club was packed wall to wall, velvet ropes stretched thin, bodies swaying in rhythm, and flashing lights casting illusions over glittering drinks. It was supposed to be just another high-profile Atlanta night. But when Spice stepped on stage, something shifted in the room. The bass dropped, and so did the energy. The air got thick, cameras turned. Everyone knew this wasn't going to be a normal performance, but no one expected that to happen. Spice wasn't there to sing. She was there to end careers. The DJ barely got through the intro before Spice cut the music. "Turn it off," she commanded, her voice slicing through the club like a dagger. Silence fell. She stood at the edge of the stage in a custom blue bodysuit, holding the mic like a weapon. The crowd froze. Her eyes scanned the room until they landed on Bambi and Saucy Santana, posted up in a VIP booth with matching grins that vanished the moment she locked eyes with them. "This been a long time coming," Spice said slowly, dragging each syllable like a curse. "And tonight, I'm done playing." The core conflict erupts. What followed wasn't just a rant. It was a dragging so savage it left the room gasping. Spice called out the fake collab request Santana sent through his manager just a month after shading her online. She exposed a DM Bambi sent to a stylist trying to cancel a fashion deal Spice had secured. Screenshots were displayed behind her on the LED screens like receipts from heaven. Nobody could claim it was gossip now. The truth was out. Bambi tried to laugh it off at first, sipping her drink and mouthing, "She's crazy" to a friend. But when Spice dropped the real bomb, her entire face fell. Because behind all the jokes and jabs, there was one rumor that never reached the public until now. The first shocking twist Spice revealed that a few years back, Bambi had secretly auditioned for a Spice music video under a fake name. At the time, Bambi's career was in limbo, and sources say she was desperate to reinvent herself. The footage never aired, but Spice kept it. That night, she played the clip on the club's massive screens. There was Bambi, trying to whine and grind in full dance hall mode, clearly out of her element, clearly embarrassed. The club lost it. Laughter erupted. Phones flew into the air. Bambi's face turned stone cold. Santana, caught off guard, tried to salvage the moment with a fake smile, but it was already spiraling. Bambi stood up, furious. Security started to move in, but Spice wasn't finished. She turned her attention to Santana, saying, "And you, talking about dance hall like you invented it? You can't even catch a rhythm without falling off beat. Sit down." The crowd roared. Santana fired back from the booth, shouting something about irrelevance, but the mic and the moment belonged to Spice. That's when the real chaos began. A club eruption table shook, bottles crashed. Bambi lunged forward like she was ready to charge the stage. Security swarmed. Santana tried to grab her arm, but it was too late. The DJ cut the mic. Club management turned the lights up, trying to kill the scene. but phones were already recording. It was live on 5 IG stories before anyone blinked. Then, as Bambi was pulled away by security, she screamed something that changed everything. "Ask her about Scrappy." That name hit the crowd like a thunderclap. Gasps, screams. One girl literally dropped her phone. Spice's smile faltered for just a split second. And that's when everyone knew. There was way more to this than just petty shade. Was there a forbidden romance? You see, the industry had whispered before, but it was always denied. According to a few insiders, back when Bambi and Scrappy were on the rocks, Scrappy and Spice were seen together at multiple late-night recording sessions. At the time, everyone assumed it was music-related, but now Bambi's outburst raised a disturbing question. Was there more? And suddenly, everything Spice had done that night, the dragging, the receipts, the video leak, took on a different tone. Was this about music, or was it about revenge? Crowd turns, internet explodes by the time the club cleared out. Footage of the confrontation had already gone viral. On Twitter, fans were torn. Spice did what needed to be done. Drag them into the dirt. Wait, did Bambi just imply Spice and Scrappy? Nah. Santana been slick hating, and now he got humbled. But Bambi, she's about to break the internet. Meanwhile, Love and Hip Hop producers were reportedly scrambling to secure the footage. Sources say VH1 is already editing the upcoming season to include the blow-up of the century. But behind all the headlines, a darker story might be unfolding. Because if Bambi's claim is true, and if Spice did cross that line, then everything shifts. The villain might not be who we thought. And Santana? Well, he had his own secret, but that twist comes next. The next morning, Atlanta was on fire, not literally, but socially. The club altercation had gone from viral moment to full-blown scandal. Every gossip blog, every YouTube commentator, and every Instagram page from the Shade Room to Lipstick Alley was dissecting Spice's mic drop moment. But what came next? Nobody saw it coming. The city reacts, gossip turns dangerous. Within hours, someone leaked group chats from Bambi's circle, allegedly showing that the outburst at the club wasn't random. It was planned. Screenshots showed her texting a close friend, "If she comes for me tonight, I got something loaded." Another message read, "Emma, say it. I don't care anymore. She thought Scrappy wouldn't talk. He been told me what went down." Boom. That one message changed the entire tone. Was this really about Spice dragging Santana and Bambi in public? Or was Bambi always planning to humiliate Spice with the Scrappy allegation? And worse, was Scrappy in on it? Fake magical messages and whisper networks begin in the fallout. Fans started noticing weird messages popping up on TikTok and X, formerly Twitter. An anonymous account claiming to be a dancer from the club that night posted this cryptic note, "What you saw was nothing. The real story hasn't leaked yet. There's a second tape. Ask why Spice left early." Another posted an alleged text thread with the club promoter, who said Spice stormed out of the venue after getting into a screaming match with her own assistant. Meanwhile, a mysterious TikTok went viral with eerie music and the text overlay. The secret isn't what Bambi said, it's who already knew. Comment sections exploded. Fans started theorizing that the altercation was just the beginning of a bigger plan. Some thought Love and Hip Hop producers orchestrated the whole thing for ratings. Others believed Spice found out mid-show that someone leaked private details about her and Scrappy to Bambi, hence why she shifted from cool to confrontational. The return of a rival. Enter Tokyo Vanity. Just when things couldn't get more chaotic, a familiar name popped back into the mix, Tokyo Vanity. She went live that night, sipping wine and smirking like a villain in a soap opera. Y'all better stop acting like Bambi ain't been holding this smoke in for years. Spice ain't innocent either. I told y'all, them quiet beefs always end the loudest. Then she said it, and what Santana did. Baby, he knew too. Don't let the lashes fool you. What? Wait. Tokyo was saying Saucy Santana knew the scrappy secret and egged Bambi on to expose it? The second major twist. Santana set Spice up this. Changed. Everything. A former Glam Squad member of Saucy Santana slid into a gossip blogger's DMs and exposed the alleged truth. Santana had gotten wind of the Spice Scrappy rumors months ago and was the one who planted the seed in Bambi's ear during a late-night after-party. The insider even claimed, he said, if Spice ever comes for you, just say the Scrappy thing. That'll shut her up. Y'all, this wasn't a fight. This was an ambush. Suddenly, Spice's entire performance was cast in a new light. She thought she was confronting liars, but the liars were 10 steps ahead, setting a trap she didn't see coming. Whispers of a chilling prophecy. To make things even weirder, an old clip surfaced from a Caribbean psychic who once read for Spice in a 2021 interview. In the footage, the psychic warns her, "A snake near you has glitter on its tongue. He will dance with your enemy and bring fire to your door." Fans dug it up and went wild. The glitter tongue is Santana. The enemy is Bambi. The fire, the club incident. That's when Spice broke her silence. She posted one word on Instagram, betrayed. No caption, no context, just the word. Bambi goes public, a rehearsed chaos. In a highly stylized interview with a blog, Bambi finally told her side. She claimed she never meant to bring up Scrappy but was emotionally provoked. It was a moment. I regret saying it like that, but I was pushed. People don't know how long I've held my tongue. But fans weren't buying it. Her polished answers, the perfect makeup, the camera angles, it all felt prepared. Like she knew this was coming. Like she'd practiced this moment. And suddenly, everything felt orchestrated. Was this a genuine emotional explosion? Or a calculated PR rollout designed to destroy Spice? The game shifts at this point. The entire industry is picking sides. Rap divas are subtweeting. Stylists are leaking texts. And producers, they're licking their chops. Word on the street is VH1 has already booked a Truth and Tears special episode with all 3 stars, Spice, Bambi, and Santana, in studio. No audience, just raw confrontation. And they're calling it When Queens Go Nuclear. But the fans, they're not ready for what Spice is about to say next, because she's coming with something no one saw coming. The fallout was instant, loud, and messy. Within hours of the altercation, footage from 3 different angles was already circling the blogs. One clip showed Bambi standing off to the side, arms crossed with a face of pure disgust, while Saucy Santana was being restrained by 2 security guards still screaming insults at Spice. The crowd completely divided. Some cheered for Spice's glorious drag session, while others claimed she had taken things way too far. Twitter was on fire, Instagram lives were dissecting every second, and even Facebook aunties were debating who disrespected who first. In the middle of it all, Spice remained silent, which only amplified the speculation. Fans interpreted her silence as confidence, like she had already won the war and was letting the internet do the rest of the work for her. Meanwhile, Saucy Santana went live within 24 hours, pacing in his kitchen with a silk bonnet on and tears in his eyes. "I ain't no villain," he repeated, "but I'm not gonna let no blue-haired demon talk slick about me like I'm a nobody. I put in work too." His live drew over 100K viewers, but the sympathy he expected didn't fully land. Comments flooded with mixed reactions. "Santana got humbled," one read. "You messed with the wrong queen," said another. And somewhere in the chaos, someone dug up an old tweet where Santana had once shaded Caribbean artists. That tweet? It resurfaced like a ghost and got over 40K retweets. Suddenly, this wasn't just about one night. It was a full-on cultural war. Bambi, on the other hand, posted a selfie with a Bible verse captioned, "The Lord fights my battles." It didn't help her, not even a little. People weren't buying the innocent act anymore. Commenters called her out for hiding behind faith after instigating so many beefs. Someone even posted a collage of Bambi's past feuds. Erica, Scrappy's mom, Sierra, and now Spice. "Sis is the common denominator," one fan commented, and that post went viral fast. To make matters worse, VH1 insiders leaked that Bambi had been warned not to engage with Spice during public events due to their ongoing legal tension over verbal threats made last season. That revelation sent fans into a frenzy. If Bambi had already been under scrutiny, why show up at the same club? Behind the scenes, producers were scrambling. Word got out that Mona Scott Young herself made urgent calls to lock in the drama for the next season of Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. But the problem? Not everyone wanted cameras anymore. Bambi had reportedly stopped responding to producers. Santana was debating whether to sue. And Spice? She was only interested in telling the truth, according to a cryptic story she posted with the caption, "I never started, but I will finish it." That single line spawned over a dozen think pieces online, with titles like "The Gospel of Spice" and "Why You Should Never Underestimate a Caribbean Queen." Then came the real blow. Sponsors started pulling out. Several club promoters removed Santana's name from flyers. A beauty brand quietly unfollowed Bambi, and rumors swirled that a major Caribbean festival had dropped Bambi as a host due to recent tensions that conflict with our message of unity. Fans were eating this up like popcorn. They weren't just watching, they were participating. Threads broke down timelines. TikTokers created reenactments. Someone even made a fake trailer for a fictional Love and Hip Hop Civil War season, and it went viral in under 2 hours. Amidst the firestorm, a secret scroll, well, not literally, but a leaked email, surfaced allegedly from a publicist warning that Spice has damaging receipts she's prepared to drop if pushed any further. That sentence alone sent the internet into a meltdown. Receipts? What kind? Who were they about? Was it Santana, Bambi, or someone else entirely? Fans speculated wildly. Some claimed Spice had audio recordings from behind the scenes. Others believed she had screenshots of group chats where Santana and Bambi plotted to embarrass her at the club. Nobody knew what was real, but everyone believed something explosive was coming. Meanwhile, in real life, relationships were imploding. Scrappy was reportedly furious with Bambi, not because of the drama itself, but because of how it made him look. "You just gave my enemies more ammunition," he allegedly told her during a private argument caught by paparazzi outside his apartment. Spice's friends were also caught on camera laughing about the situation, adding fuel to the fire. One even said Bambi got cooked medium rare and didn't even know she was on the grill. But the most heartbreaking moment came from Spice's own mother, who took to her social media to post, "My daughter is tired. She's been attacked, belittled, and lied on, yet she still holds her head high. That's a real queen." That post received thousands of supportive comments and showed just how deep the emotional scars of this beef had run. This wasn't just a petty feud, it was deeply personal, and it was tearing people apart publicly and privately. And still, Spice hadn't said everything. She hadn't dropped her receipts. She hadn't even done a full sit-down interview. That silence? It became its own form of dominance, because while everyone else was spiraling, losing endorsements, respect, and even relationships, Spice was watching, waiting, and holding all the cards. And the world? It wasn't done watching, not even close. Just when it seemed like Spice had silenced all her enemies with pure grace and a lethal tongue, something dropped that shook everyone, including her own fans, to the core. Screenshots leaked, but not the ones we expected. These weren't from Santana or Bambi. They were from someone inside Spice's camp, a former bestie, a stylist turned enemy, and they didn't just expose behind-the-scenes drama. They hinted at something way darker. The images showed a group chat, allegedly. In it, Spice was seen plotting not only the confrontation at the club, but baiting Bambi into showing up. One message, if real, read, "Y'all watch. Emma let Bambi hang herself in front of the cameras. All I need is 2 words and she'll take the bait." Fans were stunned. Was Spice really orchestrating this entire showdown from the beginning? Could she have played the victim so perfectly while pulling every single string from the shadows? At first, people didn't want to believe it. The blue-haired queen had been a symbol of strength, of clapping back without apology, of standing tall when others tried to bring her down. But now, these messages suggested a more cunning, strategic Spice, one who didn't just defend herself, she engineered entire battles, and not everyone was here for that. The internet turned on itself. The same Twitter threads praising her as a queen began to fracture. "So she manipulated Bambi?" One post read. "So this was a trap." The conversation shifted fast. Some defended her, saying, "That's how you win in a dirty industry." Others were heartbroken. "I believed her pain was real," one fan posted. "Now I don't know what to believe." And just when it felt like Spice might be cornered, boom, she went live. No music, no intro, just her face in full glam, eyes locked on the camera like a sorceress ready to drop a hex. Her first words? "So y'all want the truth?" Silence followed. Then she reached off screen, pulled out a thick black binder, and opened it. "This here? This ain't just about Bambi or Santana. This is about all of them, the whole industry." With that, she held up what appeared to be a scroll, not literally, but it was an old-school handwritten letter, a betrayal from years ago, a contract signed under duress. And then she dropped the name no one expected, Rashida. Fans watching lost it. Rashida, the ATL queen pin, the supposed neutral force in all of this? What did she have to do with the feud? Spice didn't give everything away. She hinted, she teased. "Y'all think this is petty drama? Y'all think this ends at the club? Nah, this goes back to deals made in silence, promises broken, alliances bought. The truth? Y'all ain't ready for it, but I am." She paused, then gave one final blow. "Y'all want to know who really betrayed me? Wait until you see the footage I'm about to drop." Fade to black. Just like that, the entire narrative flipped. What started as a catfight had now become a potential industry conspiracy. The comments were wild. "Is she saying Rashida set her up? OMG, this is deeper than we thought. Spice Buddha take down the entire Love and Hip Hop universe." And if that wasn't insane enough, the very next morning, a message began circulating on gossip pages. A private email leaked from an anonymous account. Some claim it's from Mona Scott herself, that read, "She's going too far. Shut it down before she ruins everything." Who was she? Was it Spice? Was it Bambi? Or was the entire franchise now trying to silence the one woman bold enough to tell the truth? Nobody knows. What we do know is this: Spice isn't done. She's promised one final move, and everyone, From Rashida to Bambi to Santana is scrambling behind the scenes. But only one queen holds the receipts, and when she reveals them, everything will change. And just like that, the dust hasn't even settled, but the scars are permanent. Spice didn't just clap back. She eviscerated reputations, flipped the table of fake alliances, and walked out like a storm wearing a crown. Bambi's silence, deafening. Saucy Santana's antics, exposed. But this story? Oh, this is far from over. Ask yourself, who's really the villain here? Was Spice just defending her name, or did she enjoy the destruction a little too much? Could Bambi be hiding the real betrayal? And why does Saucy Santana keep dropping cryptic emojis instead of just telling the truth? Now we want to hear from you. Drop your wildest theories in the comments. Who do you think really started this war? Should Spice have gone that hard, or did they deserve it? And do you think Bambi is about to come back with receipts? This isn't just another Love and Hip Hop moment. This is legacy-level drama unfolding in real time. So make sure you're subscribed because you do not want to miss what comes next. Smash that like button, turn on notifications, and get ready because when secrets spill, careers fall. And baby, we're only one exposed DM away from total chaos. See you in the next one. Stay messy, stay locked in.